Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. You are here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. Time for a tech tree spotlight going up the German battleship line here on North in a domination match. And we are in the tier 6 German tech tree battleship Gneisenau. Now Gneisenau, it's kind of a battle cruiser. It has torpedoes. You build it for secondaries, does longer range secondaries, but I'm sure you watched my Prince Heinrich video on Wednesday, and I put the secondary build on that ship. So on this ship, I run it as a regular battleship with von Hipper as my commander. Alright, definitely there are much better games than Gneisenau out there, but I think this is a ship with a high skill floor, therefore I only have okay games in it, or I have games with a lot of kills, but not a lot of damage. Speaking of damage, we're going to shoot at this Fuso out here, even though we're being shot at by the Duke of York. And we get a Citadel hit on the Fuso. Very nice. And yeah, he's going to go behind that island. Let's worry about the Duke of York. Alright, so we're going into the cap. Not too worried about my personal protection with torpedoes and secondaries that can reach out and touch somebody. So we are sailing boldly into the cap. But as you can see, we don't really have a ton of armor. Or maybe a better way of saying that is the armor doesn't stand up as well as some other battleships at this tier. So you got to play this one somewhat cautiously, which I'm not good at doing. Full salvo out on the Duke of York. We are about to cap this base thanks to our friend the Destroyer. We do get some pretty good hits there. We take a little bit of damage in return, but thankfully nobody is shooting at the Destroyer, so in a matter of time we will receive an assisted base cap for essentially doing nothing, except for prolonging the Destroyer getting a solo base cap. Alright, taking a look at this other battleship over here. Don't think I can get him due to the angle. Fuso, would love to shoot at him, but he's behind a couple of islands at this point. Nagato not really giving us the best angle here. Yeah. We're gonna wait. We are gonna wait for the right target. I just don't think that target is it. Alright, so, yep, well, the Fuso gets killed. Nobody predicted that. Nagato running away. He is not a good target for us. So we're going to circle back here to the Duke of York. Nagato getting ripped into. People are shooting at the Duke of York. By the time we get over here, there may not be a target left. And I have had several games where I start off with 3 kills and get Gneisenau and then get eradicated because I stumble into too many enemies. So you really have to be careful in maneuvering yourself into where you're going to be shot at by multiple enemies. Will quickly lead to your death in the ship. Really uninspiring and poor accuracy. Broadside there. Got 1 hit on the Duke of York. Ridiculous. We are maneuvering to get him into range of our torpedo launcher. I think he's just now remembering that I have a torpedo launcher as he is starting to turn away. So we're going to cut the corner as our secondaries are fully engaged. And that's our launch angle. And we will send some more salvos his way. Those do a fair amount of damage. He is hanging on by a thread. And we just cut that thread with our torpedo. Destroyer in close quarters over here. Agata, he takes out that battleship, or someone took out that battleship. We'll just throw these torpedoes out there, because why not? We're in the binocular view. Shooting. Missing. Here's his torpedoes. We totally expected those. We're turning hard in, and we catch him with a torpedo. Kill number 2. You know, you got to be embarrassed when you're in a destroyer and you get killed by a battleship torpedo. Just saying. All right, Nagato out here. He is still alive. We have HE loaded. We'll shoot it. And turning to get the third turret on. And there is kill number 3. So this is like a lot of matches that I've had in Gneisenau. Get 3 kills right in the beginning, and it all goes downhill from there. Well, it won't go downhill from here, but it will be maybe a triple Kraken fail at some point. Anyway, there's a Furious over here. He is already less than half health in close quarters with the destroyer. We are just flinging full salvos of armor piercing his way, hoping that one of those shells hits the citadel and he gets taken out before our shells impact. So that's not part of the triple Kraken fail, folks, so don't worry about that. Alright, so what's left? Our team has 2 of the 3 caps. We have a sizable point lead, over 250 points. The enemy ships all went down the alley on the far side of the map. Well, I could have told you right now that that is a best ways to lose on this map is to do what the red team did here. If you are in a match on North and you go on the far side of those 2 islands over near the sea cap, you are screwing your team over and you are an idiot who doesn't understand how to play this game. And I say that as a guy who's gone on the other side of the rocks a couple of times. It never ends well. Under the most rare circumstances will it actually work out to your benefit. Okay? Other than that, 99% of the time, you just screwed your entire team and you're an idiot. Alright, moving back through the Bravo cap without the benefit of help. The destroyer went far afield in searching for that carrier, but I think we have another destroyer right near us. Passive destroyer play, quite the rage, and we're about to see some more of it, much to my chagrin. Hey, there's a Benham. Hey, destroyer, why don't you just go keep the Benham spotted? Am I asking you to beat the Benham in a gunfight? No. Am I asking you to kill the Benham? No. I just want you to keep him spotted because me and maybe some other ships might need to know where he is. But instead, our destroyer is more content on hiding behind these rocks and engaging other ships instead of keeping the destroyer spotted so we can kill him. I would consider that to be a mistake. Yes, I know a Japanese ship isn't going to beat a Benham in a gunfight, but at least you can keep him spotted so we can shoot at him. Just saying. Because you've got a concealment advantage. Just saying. And now he's got me spotted. Just saying. Alright. I got tired of saying just saying. So we're going to hit this rock and back up. Brilliant. Brilliant. So our destroyer set a smoke screen, preventing us from seeing anyone. So, yeah, this is fantastic. This is working out great. Hey, look, speaking of kill pinching, there's a Pensacola over there who's still alive. And now there's a Pensacola over there that is not alive. Kill number 4. Alright, we are officially on a hunt for a Kraken in Gneisenau, and you are about to see a triple Kraken fail, folks. Maybe never before in the history of World of Warships Legends has there been a televised triple Kraken fail, but I am bringing it to you here. Alright, so Gneisenau, his torpedoes are in the water. Our destroyer, his torpedoes are in the water. The other destroyer, we're shooting at him and hitting him with our secondaries. He's very close. He probably is shooting torpedoes too, so I'm doing lots of maneuvering. And I intend to engage the Gneisenau with torpedoes, and I intend to engage the Benham right there with my guns. Benham goes into a smoke screen. Our destroyer is running away. We're going to figure out where Gneisenau's headed, launch these torpedoes. I'm not trying to hit the island. 1 torpedo strike, 2 torpedo strikes. Oh, we're going for the bow plate. What? What? How did we not get the kill? Oh my god. Alright, still got HE loaded. Bayern, or we switched to HE, I think. Bayern, we shot at it, thinking we had armor piercing loaded. Anyway, we're desperately trying to get our broadside away from the Bayern, because that is going to hurt. Shooting the HE up into the superstructure, we do set him on fire. And maybe I can get out here and do something to the Bayern to make him die. We are maneuvering hard in order to reduce our profile, and we've done so. Now, get that HE going again. We do almost no damage. Can't shoot torpedoes because we're behind an island, we're backing up, we're on fire twice. This is all not going well. Although we are over 100,000 damage. Alright, we've since switched back to armor piercing. Going to see if we can get it into the bow plate here. Or maybe not. Maybe he's giving us a little more broadside. Yeah, that was horrible. Alright, so we're moving out. Somebody smashed the Bayern really hard. Trying to get this turret around. We will launch torpedoes even though he's out of range. And that salvo didn't do a whole lot of damage either. He's continuing to give us the stern profile, but I think he's starting to turn. And so I'm going to wait for my reload. More Venom torpedoes coming in. Boy, it wouldn't have been great if somebody had spotted that destroyer. Right as we hit him, the Synop damages him and takes him out. So basically we're going to spend the rest of the match chasing the Venom and not get him. But we had chances to kill all three of these enemy ships and get a Kraken, and we failed all three times. So I am dubbing this a triple Kraken fail here in Gneisenau. So if you like battle cruisers, if you like obviously Scharnhorst, you're probably going to like Gneisenau, although between the two, I think Gneisenau is the stronger of the two ships. I would have had a Scharnhorst video up this week, except I put up a memorial video for the dearly departed Queen of England on Monday, so Gneisenau video would have been this week. It will not be next week, though, because next week I've got the Zeton, and I've got a Kraken in the Brandenburg, and maybe the Bismarck. And we tack on a Dreadnought Metal there at the end. All right, here on the victory screen, Dreadnought Metal, 110,320 total damage, 5 torpedo strikes, 4 kills, and 1 assisted base cap in Gneisenau. We ended up with just short of 275,000 silver and 3176 ship XP and commander XP. Kind of disappointing, but that is to be expected in a domination match because your job as a battleship isn't to capture the bases. And so the Hatsuharu that I complained about beat me out in the base XP. We ended up with 2117 base XP and those 4 big kills. And only one of them was a kill pinch. And the Venom ran away. What can I say? Alright, let's go into the port and take a look at our ship here. Alright, in terms of the upgrades, secondary battery mod 2, damage control system mod 2, and concealment system mod 1. Gneisenau is fully upgraded. Taking a look at the loadout, 3 charges of the repair party, 3 charges of the secondary targeting. I wouldn't use the planes. We got the Epic Battle Booster on here for main battery range and movement speed. And got this permanent standard camo. Also have the permanent winter Gneisenau camo, and I don't like it very much. And the Cheater Strong flag. 58,200 hit points and a 22% torpedo damage reduction with our build. Got those 3x2 380mm turrets, 18.5 kilometer firing range, 25.5 second reload, 24.5, pardon me. 27.7 second turn time. HE shells, 4,400 damage with a 34% fire chance. AP shells, 12,760 damage. 11 twin 128mm secondaries, firing range 7.6 kilometers, reload every 4 seconds. The HE shells do 1,500 damage with a 5% fire chance. 2 triple tube launchers, reload every 68 seconds, max damage 13,700, 6 kilometer range at 64 knots. The detectability is 1,300 meters. Moving on to the AA defense, like most German ships, is mostly for personal protection. It's a good number, but it's rather short range, although I will note your dual-purpose secondaries do have a 5.2 kilometer range. It's about 700 meters longer than most other German ships. Maneuverability, 29.7 knots, 830 meter turning circle, 15.4 second rudder shift time. Concealment, 12.6 on the surface, 10.5 from the air, 13.4 when firing in smoke. Here's a look at the armor viewer. Well, looks very similar to lots of other German ships. I believe this is called a turtleback Citadel. Alright, put the bow back on. You do have a 70mm armor belt, and then the plating above that is 25 millimeters. You've got a torpedo belt, 32mm side plating, and then a 260mm belt above that. These are not especially well armored turrets and barbettes, folks. They do get knocked out. Not a big fan of that turret and barbette armor. Casemate armor extends that armor belt upwards a little bit, but that's not going to do you a ton of good. And that is the armor profile of Gneisenau. Secondary range, modest guns. Yeah, both those are true. Ironclad, nah. Alright, here's our commander, Franz von Hipper. You can see we got D. Ravel for reload and Haruna for secondary boost. Base trade deals with secondaries. Anyway, this is how I have them spec'd out. Your mileage may vary when it comes to commander skill choices, but I chose to risk the increased fire chance of flammable cannoneer. The rudder penalty, the speed penalty, and the rudder penalty, that's just me. And of course, by fire with fire. Anyway, that is Gneisenau. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. I'll see you on the next video, everybody.